Hello, I'm Carl at Trident Fly Fishing. Today we're going to tie the green drake. This is one of the largest of the mayflies, and it's suggested that we tie it in sizes 8 through 12. Here's our fly in the vise. We'll get the tie started. So the hook we're going to be using today is a TMC 100. That's their standard dry fly hook, and this is a size 10. And our thread is going to be UTC 70 denier and olive. Get a little wax on the thread, help us with our deer hair. We'll get this thread started about an eye length and a half to 2 eye lengths behind the eye. Wrap back a ways. It's going to form a base for our deer hair wing. And for that we're using some hairline coastal deer hair medium. We'll cut a small clump out here. Get out all the fuzzy junk. Get it in a stacker. And we want our wing to be about a hook shank in length, so we'll measure that out and we'll tie that in, pinch wrap, and start wrapping back. And we'll see if we can't cut this material off at a little bit of an angle to help form a taper. Wrap through it, hold everything in place. A little farther forward than I'd like to see it. Or back, I mean. That looks good. We'll get rid of some stray hairs here so they don't show through the body when we get that far along. Now we'll jump our thread in front of the wing, form a dam to help hold that up. And I like to push my finger into the deer hair. It forms a fan and makes it easier for me to separate it out into 2 fairly even wings. Once we've got that, we're just going to make some crossing wraps to separate them. And then we'll make a few posting turns around the wing to separate them a little more and keep the hairs together, like so. Now we'll coax that material forward, keep it out of our way, and wrap back to the start of the bend of the hook where we're going to tie our tail material in. And our tail material is going to be some hairline moose body hair, and we'll take about a half a dozen strands of that. Put that in our stacker. I would like just a few more of those. It's a little better. And we want this to be about a hook shank in length. It's a mayfly, they have long tails. There we go. We're going to wrap these up to the start of where the deer hair ends and trim off the excess. And neaten this up a little bit, start to form a tapered body. One wild hair, we'll get rid of that. Next we're going to tie in our rib material. That's some FLEXX in the color camel. It's kind of an elastic material. It's going to protect our dubbing, and it's also going to provide us with some segmentation. You can see it's kind of stretchy. And we're going to tie this in on the far side of the hook as we wrap it over the body. we're going to wrap in the opposite direction that we put the dubbing on. That'll help this material lay on top of the dubbing instead of sinking down in it. If I can get this in the material holder here. There. Now for our body, we're going to use some super fine dubbing, and that's in the color olive. Form a nice thin noodle here. There. Now the rib material, we're going to wrap that in the opposite direction. Probably about 5 turns will get us there. Cut off our excess. Now for our hackle, we're going to use some whiting olive Grizzly, and I've got some that are sized out to a size 10 hook. We'll prep those, prep it. Jump our thread up in front of our wing, wrap forward to the eye, take our hackle pliers and make about 3 wraps behind the wing, and we'll pull the wing back and make a like number of turns in front. And capture our material, cut off our excess, form a small head, get our handy whip finish tool out, four or 5 turn whip finish, seat the knot, cut our thread, spruce up our wing, and a little head cement. This is Loon's water-based, soaks into the knot really well. It's easy to clean out of the eye, just a flick, the eye's clean. And our fly is finished.